What's up everyone, it's my yard here. It's time for your WWE 2K17 goodness. IGN, lovely little article by Mr. Vince Ingenito. Hopefully I pronounced your surname correctly, sir. He was able to play the game before the SummerSlam stuff and everything. And got to play a handful of match types and get to an overall feel of the game. And he shows 6 of the biggest changes so far. Not strictly true, even by reading the article, but there is some big sort of things, and I'll go into them in more detail over the week. But I'm just going to do a synopsis and my initial thoughts, and then we can go into bigger details later on. First major thing is the ladder match. Now, he highlights in the IGN article, link will be in the description. In 2K17, ladder can only be set up in 5 specialized locations. In front of each set of ropes and in the center of the ring. Just get close to one, press the right button, and it sets it up properly every time. No more setting up and climbing to the top, only to find you're an inch too far to the left. Now, this seems a bit generic because it says in front of each set of ropes, which means can you still lean it in the corner, or is it just fixing up spot? And I'm assuming you'll still be able to dive off the ladder, go to the floor and everything. So I'd imagine you'll be able to do ladder dives to the announce table. It's just the wording on that is a bit odd at the time of this video. You're able to use the ladder as a bridge from the apron to the outside barrier, opening up lots of new opportunities, much like the back body drop all the way from the floor to from the ring to onto the ladder, powerbomb, stuff like that, which could look entirely awesome. Multi-man games are going to have a new rollout system, which basically means when a person takes a big burst of damage, they will be forced to roll out to ringside, where they'll rest for a while. They'll fall on the ground or whatever, or they'll stand up and then be crouched over, much like in tag team matches. If you whip someone, they can't immediately get into the ring. Depending on how badly hurt they are, they'll be stuck there until they're at least partially recovered. At that point, you have a choice. Do I run back in, or do I rest until I'm fully recovered? Coming in early might be the choice if a pinfall is about to be scored. Obviously a perfect opportunity, but coming in fully rested gives you a temporary buff to one while with basically stamina being at full and other little pieces of that nature, I would naturally assume. In practice, he says, this means you won't spend entirely a triple threat match bumbling around the ring with 2 combatants to worry about. Much like an actual triple threat, it naturally becomes a sort of round robin with dramatic moments where a resting wrestler will pop back into the ring at the last second. We'll see how well that works. Going by that explanation for ladder matches, I think it will work well. I don't know if it will work well in triple threats and fatal 4-ways. We'll see how it goes. And the big thing is backstage brawls and fight on the ground, and he says you can either play a separate backstage brawl match where you can win by knockout, or you can transition from any no DQ style match right into the backstage scrap. 3 separate backstage areas and interactive props that get nasty with, and backstage OMG moments. He didn't get to fight in the crowd though, but it can happen in any match type regardless of the rule set. I'd assume apart from Royal Rumble. We'll go with that safe assumption, shall we? Taunting Matters. Well, taunting has always mattered, so that's a sort of wrong synopsis. He's saying it's a way to roleplay. No, you can actually gain, I call it adrenaline. You gain momentum, which can help you get to the signature and to a finisher very quickly, especially in online matches. It is used an awful lot, but the taunts seem to do more options now. You can get temporary damage boosts, increase in percentage rates, and taunts from wider locations, so maybe top rope, apron, all of which has been in the game years and years ago, but were then removed rather sort of explicitly with no reason. That was THQ for you. Major reversals play a bigger role, they're saying, but you seldom saw them because of how narrow the timing window was. Timing window for mid moves were never bad. They're saying the timing is a bit more forgiving, and it does a lot more for you when you land one. In addition, again in a bit offensive boost like before, a successful major reversal is what they call it, a mid move, locks out your opponent's ability to perform reversals of their own. Well, they can still attack you offensively, so if you don't get the timing right, or you get the counter it and you don't capitalize, you're going to get hurt. And some mid moves in the game leave you on a level playing field, and yeah, you may not be able to take full advantage of it. Chain wrestling, the submission changes, another thing he said was a big change. But he's saying chain wrestling is no longer automatically engaged at the start of the match. It never was really automatically engaged in the match because you could choose to just running strike them. He says, there's no longer the standard way to start a match. While he did say it being the guaranteed match didn't make a lot of sense. It didn't. If you were super heavyweights, it wouldn't start. I don't think that's a major change. I don't think anything has changed with the chain wrestling. And the submission system can now be button bashing if you so choose it, the old-fashioned breaking point submission. Whether that will apply to online, we just don't know. But I hate button bashing, hate it with a passion. So there's some good things, there's some bad things. Until we see some proper gameplay, until us YouTubers have played some gameplay as well and get some real feel to it, we will see how it goes. I know Smack Talks and Element, I think, is going up as well. Delzinski, they're all going to America. They'll get some goodness. Probably me and Wes will get some goodness when the copies come to the UK, and we'll give you all the details you need, because we will always give you the information you require and deserve, and not get vague stuff. And vague stuff is good because it means you want more, but not necessarily the best of things. Don't you think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you like the article? Do you think it was too vague, too specialized, not enough information? Didn't like the information? Did you love the information? Are you excited? Are you hating it already? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's get a discussion going, and we'll see you soon for more WWE gaming goodness. See you soon, folks. Bye bye, and hope you like the screenshot.